So, how are the prequels? Well, they're garbage. I was so shocked by this that I actually posted a video here telling it, and I made a rather long and rambling post on my blog about this very same subject. The reason why I was so shocked was that I always believed that my younger self was smarter than that. I knew that Men in Black 2 was terrible, that Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy was absolute shite. But to think that I thought that the prequels were good, no, it's not true. That's impossible! So why are the prequels so terrible? Well, I hate to say it, but it's because Jar Jar Binks. Why? Because Jar Jar Binks is the prequel trilogy, but Sofia Coppola is the Godfather 3. They're symbols that people bring up when they have to say why those movies sucks. But it's not just that. It's that the prequel movies completely lack the human aspect. They're so sterile and lack any emotion. Also, Jar Jar is pretty much the point of no return to the prequels, because he's just one big detour for the whole movie. Oh, and he's annoying. In short, the Phantom Menace is just really bad. I don't want to get too much into detail because I pretty much agree with the Plinkett reviews, so just go and see them. The Attack of the Clones is really boring. It's slightly better than the episode, mostly because there's a lot less Jar Jar and because it's the start of the Clone Wars. But it's just so dull! There's this mystery plotty thingy that really goes nowhere. Then there's the last 30 minutes of the movie. Attack of the Clones has the same issues as episode 1, but it also shows just how bad the script is. The dialogue is not good, unless you're a droid and you're trying to act like a human being. The said mystery plot goes nowhere other than to introduce that the stormtroopers are just clones, as is Django and Bob. But unlike episode 1, episode 2 at least has the last 30 minutes. Though the plot itself doesn't really make any sense at all, at least the last 30 minutes is awesome. It still doesn't make the movie any better, but it makes it slightly better. It makes it better than the first one. The Revenge of the Sith is really funny. It's the closest they ever get to capturing the spirit of the original trilogy, but it still fails. It has the same problems as the last two, but it shows another problem with the prequels. The acting and direction are just not there. Those plus the horrendous dialogue, and you're watching a movie that doesn't connect with the audience and makes the whole prequel trilogy to feel like some sort of a weird joke. And Revenge of the Sith is the punchline that no one got. So now that I said that I hate the prequels, you're probably thinking that I love the original ones. Well, yeah, but it comes with a but. You see, while I think that the original trilogy is a lot better than the prequel trilogy, I only love episode 4. To me, episode 5 and 6 are just unnecessary sequels. They're good, but they're not needed. While I'm still alive, I'm going to explain this. You see, episode 4 tells a perfect story that needs no sequels. It has the best arc with Han and Luke. It has the satisfying ending. You get to know what the Force is. Luke uses the said Force to destroy the Death Star. The Death Star is destroyed and the movie is over. The ending of that movie is just so conclusive, there is no need for any of the sequels. Episode 5 is not bad, it's actually really good. But to me, it brings up just so many questions that I just can't enjoy it. Like, how big is this rebellion? Why is the Empire having such a hard time beating them? Why is the Empire so bad? By that I mean, what did the Empire do that there's a rebellion? How did they ever build their base on Hoth? And none of those questions are answered. I guess I would have been more satisfied if this was a direct sequel, but I don't know. But like I said, episode 5 is still pretty good. I enjoyed the character moments, but I just couldn't enjoy it nearly as much as I did enjoy episode 4 because episode 4 told the perfect story and concluded it. There is just no need for sequels. But I digress. Episode 5 is a perfect middle, but as such, you need to have seen episode 4. And in order to get the full story, you have to see episode 6. I get why people like it, but I'm definitely not a fan. Episode 6 is another unnecessary sequel. Is it good? Yeah. but only because it concludes the story that the episode 5 started. I did like it okay, it's just not nearly as good as episode 4. It shares the same problems as episode 5 does. And like I said, if you haven't seen episode 5, then you're just lost. And about the subject of Ewoks, I think they're cute, but they're kind of distracting. Like, how are they supposed to defeat the Empire? I mean, I know that this is obvious symbolism, but still a stretch. Why aren't they Wookiees? And I'm really thinking that Han should have died at the start of this movie. I mean, really, what does Han do in this movie that makes him so important? If you would cut Han out, what would it change? Like I said, episode 6 and 5 are not as good as episode 4, but they're still fine, they're just unnecessary. And I'm also aware about all the production difficulties, and that's why episode 4 is so conclusive as it is. And then there is the special editions. Honestly, I don't care. I only see the original trilogy with the original versions these days. I haven't even seen the latest edition because I just don't care. I did see the first special edition, and to me, all the editions are just pointless. I especially had Jabba the Hutt scene in episode 4. Seriously, look at him. He looks like a gigantic turd. And why is he here? Doesn't he have some sort of messenger who could bring the message or something? He's an intergalactic crime boss. Doesn't he have his own Darth Vader? I honestly don't mind the special editions. To me, they're just pointless and unnecessary, and well, in all honesty, they are kinda like big middle fingers to me. So I tend not to watch them.